Hi, back again. My name is Carma and I'm with Northpark. And with me today is Crystal Rickard of Centra Credit Union. So, Crystal, let's just jump right in. Tell us what you do at Centra and tell us a little bit about it.
Absolutely. So I am the senior financial consultant for Centra Credit Union members. My job is to educate and teach primarily. And then we help facilitate goals and trying to help you figure out plans and how to achieve those. So we start with the easiest way to think about it's kind of all inclusive, but cash flow, risk, debt, asset management, taxes, and estate planning. So all of those pretty much encompass everything that we include in our services, and there is no cost to any members at all. So it's a really great opportunity for our members and really take advantage of that.
So I could talk to you all afternoon about this. From a personal standpoint, just some questions that I have. But one of the things that I want to point out, I'm very excited about this because we have an advisory board, and one of the common things that we've been hearing a lot from them is individuals who aren't low wealth and aren't high wealth and are saying, I'm in the middle, and is there anybody that can help me? One of our advisory board members, he said a lot of his coworkers, they know that he's financially engaged and he does some investing, and they said, yeah, I just don't have enough money to invest.
Oh, that's so wrong. Yes.
Okay, so tell us, what does that look like? Like, what is the minimum that you would say, here's when you need to start thinking about investing, or what's your advice?
There is no dollar amount because everybody's different. So what you look at is your cash flow, your expenses, how much do we have every month? Do we have enough money or do we have too much month, right? So if you have too much month, that's a income issue. Advisors, financial consultants aren't able to create money for that purpose. So that is the only time where I would say, no, that doesn't really apply. We need to talk to the lending groups to try to figure out how to consolidate so you can pay all your bills and be okay. Once you have more money than month, then you have to have a plan. So what are we doing with that lazy money that's just sitting there, and we need to assign it a job? And that's really where we come in. So there's no real dollar amount to the conversation. It's more of, can I add value to how you're doing it? Can I teach you and educate so you use your money wiser and have it where if it's going to be invested, it's invested in the right bucket for the time length and the risk that you want. So whenever somebody hears financial advisor, they all freak out because they're like, oh, it's risk, I don't want any. Well, we do a lot more than that, right? So there's insured, safe, guaranteed products where you can't lose any money. And then there are riskier assets. There's all kinds of different things you can do. But the main thing first and foremost is to make sure your house is in order. Make sure you have that solid foundation, your emergency funds in place. Once you have those buckets checked off, then that extra money is when you then consult with somebody like me that can actually get you to the goals where you're trying to achieve those.
That is something that you said just like it tickled me, and so it's a good thing I was muted because I started laughing, was lazy money. And you want to put that money to work. And I love that because you get to that point where I'm at that stage in life where I have a kid in college who's about to graduate, and so I'm going to actually have some lazy money.
Yay! That's always our goal. Yes.
So to be intentional with those dollars and
right.
Not to be like, what could I spend this on? Instead, put it to work for me for my future. I love that.
Carma, you're exactly right. And here's what we find in statistics. If you don't have a task for the dollar, it goes away. Yeah. So it's subconsciously, we spend it because we didn't give it a job or a task. So then therefore it's free spend money instead of going towards those goals. So if your dollar has a job and an assignment, it's now it has a task, and your brain doesn't think, oh, that's extra, that's surplus, I can go spend money.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually, then your brain works differently where you're like, okay, this money is allotted for this purpose, and then you don't spend it.
Yeah, that's so cool. Very good. All right. So starting January 1st, our members can just call right into Centra and ask for you or one of your teammates, I'm assuming.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. All right. And do you ever do where you can go to people's work and talk to a group all at once to do some
We
financial
do that.
education?
So we do it often. So we go to a lot of the companies, corporations, and factories. We can do like what's called lunch and learns, where we can come in and educate and teach. We can come in just as a health fair. Financial health is part of your health.
Yeah.
So we do that a lot with companies as well. Or there's just certain topics that the employer wants us to help with the employees on savings. Again, if you're not in good order financially at home, you're not going to show up as good as you would if you were financially stable and you're calm about that topic. So it's in the employer's best interest. But yes, we do all kinds of seminars, lunch and learns, whatever. We're non-for-profit, community based. And that's really our core, is getting out to our communities and supporting and assisting and educating them as well. So if you don't know what you don't know, you don't even know what to ask. So the good part is at least having a seminar or education. Now you know you don't know, and then you can research and find out and have better conversations. So it's really just about planting those seeds, helping everybody make sure they're focused and they're on target and they know where they're going and what they want to accomplish.
I am so excited to meet
I have
you.
the best job ever.
Well, we might argue about that.
I really have a good gig. I'm happy.
No, I genuinely will be calling you at the first of the year because I want to make sure that I make my dollar work for me and give it a task. And also, I love what you said too about working on like how to deal with the taxes and how to set that up properly. So I'm excited about that. No joke, I'm not even making this up. I opened my 401k statement right before this call. It came in the mail today. It was depressing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I lost more than what I put in.
Nope. So let me explain that really quick. I don't know how much time we have, but I want to make sure words matter. So let's talk about, so when you're going into your 401k, you're buying. Every time you get paid, you're going in and you're purchasing. Do I want to buy stuff on clearance, or do I want to buy stuff at Neiman Marcus highest price ever? When we're contributing to our 401k, negatives are a woohoo party because you're buying more shoes, more shares, right? So think of it that way. If I want 20 pairs of shoes instead of one pair of shoes, how do I get more shoes with my dollar? Is buying it on clearance. When we're going in and we're buying, that's what we want. When you open that statement, do we like seeing negatives? No, but flip the page to the second page where it says quantity of shares purchased. Now you're going to see from last month to this month, I tripled what I would have had. And then you're going to feel better. The only time I care about the price, I call them shoes because people understand shoes better than stocks. But if I would much rather buy cheap, the only time I care about the price per share or shoes is when I'm going to sell them.
Yeah.
I'm not selling them until I'm in a distribution phase. While I'm contributing, I want it on clearance. That's how you get your portfolios to double every 7 years, is just knowing, and in the back of your head, the people that are most successful are the ones that really did nothing with their 401k. They didn't look at it. They didn't touch it. They worked for 45 years and they have $1 million and they don't, like, I don't know what happened. The people that don't are the ones that are in there all the time and trying to transfer money and trying to beat the market. And, oh my goodness, I'm going to go in cash because we're going to have a recession. Those people don't do as well as the people that's out of sight, out of mind, because it's that consistent purchase and you're just consistently doing it. And you're going to have really good returns if you do that and you leave it alone and you don't get emotional.
Yeah. No, that's a good advice. So, okay, so Rick just asked me how was your weekend, when we were having a meeting, and I said I bought a new pair of boots.
There
So
you
when you
go.
say shoes, I know what you're saying.
Exactly. When I have a guy in my office, we say shares are guns. When it's girls, it's shoes or whatever. Everybody has that relatable the
Yes.
thing that we collect. So again, shares are really, you're just buying, and that's all you're doing.
Yeah.
You just have to remember, I'm not retiring today.
Yeah.
And by the time you get your statement, it's 30 days in arrears anyway. It's ancient
Sure.
history. So it really doesn't matter anyway. So it's
Yeah.
really about keeping the emotion out of it and just systematically doing it.
This was such a good conversation. I know we're going to have this conversation again.
Yes.
But for the sake of this newsletter, thank you so much for your time and your advice. And I really, I hope our members reach out to you at the first of the year, because I think it would be a great help to them.
It's an opportunity that most financial advisors are 99% commissioned, 100%, right? So Centra
Yeah.
Credit Union pays us, we get a salary. So we don't have to sell products, we get to help people. And that
Yeah.
really puts us on the side of the desk of the member to being able to just really help them and talk to them and work with them and not having it be a sales presentation. So it's really works out. It's a win-win for everybody.
Very cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, and we'll talk soon.
Carma, thank you so much for having me. Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.